The name October Mountain supposedly came from Herman Melville. In about 1853, he had written a short story called Cock-a-Doodle-Doo. And in that, he mentions the name October Mountain from its bannered aspect in that month.
October Mountain has a very interesting history. One of the first mentions of it was in the Revolutionary War, when one of the more prominent men of Stockbridge, who was accused of harboring a British prisoner of war, took refuge in a cave called Torrey's Cave or Torrey's Glen on the mountain.
He soon came down after the revolution and continued to live peacefully among his townsfolk afterwards. The cave is long gone since. It's been eroded away by Roaring Brook.
Over the years, a variety of other inhabitants have lived here.
About the mid-1800s, farming began to decline, and especially here in the rocky soils of Berkshire County. As people moved away, fewer and fewer settlers remained here on October Mountain.
Around the 1890s, William C. Whitney, who was the former Secretary of the Navy under Grover Cleveland, began buying up lots across the what is now October Mountain Forest.
He had built a large lodge called the Antlers. There were horse barns, there was a water tower, there were other cottages on the property. It totaled about 10,000 acres.
There were herds of elk and bison, moose and pheasant and quail were brought in, and the lakes were stocked with bass.
It didn't last forever.
It thrived for about a decade before finally falling into disrepair after the death of Whitney's wife.
When William C. Whitney died in 1904, the estate went to his son, Harry Payne Whitney, and a trust. And there was also a movement in Berkshire County to make this a public reservation. There were certain concerns, like Kelton V. Miller, who was the owner of the Berkshire Eagle, who rallied others to venture into purchasing the property.
In 1915, much of the former Whitney Preserve was bought up by private residents and then transferred to the state of Massachusetts.
So in 1922, this became one of the largest state forests in Massachusetts, just over 11,000 acres. Today, October Mountain State Forest is 16,000 acres. People can come fishing here, people can come hunting here. In the winter, there's snowmobiling, there's lots of hiking, mountain bike trails, even horseback riding. When I go into the woods, I feel energized. I feel as if there's another power, energy that I can sort of latch onto, and I feel invigorated by it.